Hey guys, welcome to Riff of the Week, video number 2. Today we're going to talk about a riff that uses an interesting technique that you may not have used before. We may have talked about this in our lessons, but if we haven't, we'll certainly go into it as you gain the ability to do this. This is a riff that's based on a couple of different principles. First of all, the technique that this is based on is called double stops. If you don't know what double stops are, they are basically when you're playing two notes simultaneously. So when we think of lead guitar, or when we think of playing guitar parts or guitar riffs, a lot of time we're playing individual notes. We're playing scale lines, that kind of stuff. But when we play double stops, we're adding in a second note through the line. So that kind of a thing. And the reason that we do this is it gives us sort of a chordal feel to the lead that we're playing, and it makes what we're playing sometimes a little bit more interesting, and it fills things out a little bit more. It's not a technique that you do constantly when you're playing through riffs, but it's a good technique to use to fill out and make some interesting things happen within your solos. So I'm going to play the riff for you guys, and then we'll talk a little bit about why it's designed the way that it is, what's actually going on. I'll give you some close-ups so that you can see the techniques, and we'll take it from there. Does not jump up away from the guitar. My hand is not popping up off the guitar surface, and my fingers are not fully extended out and swinging and scooping this way. Your fingers come around the string and pull into the palm of your hand. Okay, so the gentle pluck. Okay, you don't want to snap the string real hard. Okay, you get that kind of weird snap noise. You don't want that. You don't want to brush them. Okay, you want a gentle but intentional plucking motion. Okay, so as you're doing this, practice that plucking motion. And you don't even have to play anything to practice that. You can just mute the strings. Practice using the fingers. Different genres. So let's talk about what's actually going on here. I've given you some close-ups of what's going on in both the left hand and the right hand. So let's talk about what we're doing. You don't necessarily have to do that with this riff, and if your playing abilities are not at that point yet, that's okay, don't worry about it. Just play the top part of it, and then you can add in that pedal tone later. Take a look at where that chord actually sits. That chord sits right here, okay? So I'm barring across the 5th fret, all 6 strings, and then I'm adding these 2 fingers on the 5th and 4th strings, the A and the D, on the 7th fret. Now this, what it is you're actually playing, because we don't want to just memorize the riff, we want to actually understand the concepts within it. If you have questions about this, feel free to shoot me an email at cdguitarinstruction@gmail.com. I'll get back to you and we can talk about this during your lessons. And have a good time with this riff, and I'll see you guys for next week's video.